Welcome back, star beings. It's a beautiful time to be alive. Welcome to Spiritual Ascension, where we raise our vibration, honor our soul, and serve our highest purpose, number 3, with the beautiful stone tiger eye. I've been using this meditating before I make today's video, just to balance myself and ground myself with the earth. Got a beautiful waterfall right here. Usually this whole, I'm trying to do it like this whole area usually is like flowing with water, but there's been less rain here lately, so the waterfall's tiny when it's normally enormous. So, but that's fine. We still have some beautiful background noise in the video and some nice scenery, and of course other people enjoying outdoors, connecting to nature as well, which is always a great thing to do. So today's video is going to be about spirituality and changing your life, and how spirituality can change your life, but you also have to make some life decisions to change your life. So a lot of us want a lot of things in life. We want happiness, we want love, we want prosperity, we want, to live financially secure, we want to have less stress, we want to live just a more peaceful, harmonious, centered, balanced life. But in order to do that, it takes some self-sacrifices. You're going to have to make some life changes. So who do you hang around with? Do you surround yourself with people that want to see you be successful, or do you surround yourself with people that don't see your vision, that are not on the same page as you? That's a question you have to answer for yourself. If you surround yourself with people that don't serve you, okay, and I don't mean serve you like they're a servant, serve you meaning they don't help you become the best version of you, you probably want to decide to choose different people to hang around with, right? And that might be a process that takes some time, but if you want to improve your life, you got to improve the people you hang around with. So I want to go just a little bit deeper on that. I'm not saying you have to go get new friends, to ignore your old friends. I'm just saying that if you have friends in your life that you feel like are your friends, but when it comes to things that you want to do in this life, do they support you and say, hey man, I know you can do it, I believe in you? Or do they look at you and say, nah, I don't think you got what it takes? And they're probably not a true friend, right? So it's not about switching everybody, it's just about evaluating who's in your life and evaluating who needs to go and who needs to stay, right? Who should go and who should stay. Surrounding yourself with the right people are going to make you successful, going to make you prosper in life. Trust me. You are a strong reflection of who you hang around with. If you hang around with negative people, you will become a negative person, and I don't even know if you'll understand while you're in that. I don't even know if you'll understand that you are now a negative person, but you are. If you hang around with negative people, you are a negative person. If you hang around with people like-minded, spiritual, happy, loving people, you are a reflection of what that is. So you are a very large reflection of the people you surround yourself with in your personal life. I'm not talking about work life, because you can't always change who you work with. You can't always change who your relatives are. You can't just go change out your brother or sister or cousin if you don't like them. You're stuck with them, kind of. But I'm talking about friends, true people, loved ones in your life that you want to surround yourself with. Make some changes there if need be. What about the energy you're putting out? Have you ever done a self-evaluation? Have you ever looked at yourself and said, I want to be the best version of me, and that has to start now? Okay, so if that's what you're saying, I want to be the best version of me. I don't want to be him. I don't want to be her. I don't want to be this other guy. I want to be the best version of me. Well, that starts with you, right? It only starts with you, and it ends with you. It starts with you and some of your decisions, and it ends with you on your decisions and what you want to do in this life. So if you want a prosperous, happier, loving life, change the people that you're around. If you're not those things right now, start changing the people that you hang around with. Number two, you're going to have to start changing the energy you're putting out. Whatever energy you're putting out, whatever energy you're emitting to the universe is the same energy that's going to come right back to you. You can call it karma, but I call it energy. Whatever energy you're exiting is going to come back and smack you in your face, right? It's going to come back to you in a good or bad way. So how do you change that? Well, first you have to do a self-evaluation, and you have to be honest with yourself. No one's looking, no one's going to read it, no one's going to read it. It's secretive, it's private, it's you. You can be honest with yourself, hopefully. But write down the everything. For me, I do a lot of journaling, because that I'm gonna put this beautiful tiger eye down, and because I feel like I'm doing a lot of this, and I want to do some of this. I do a lot of journaling, and journaling really helps release energy, but it also helps you reflect. So when you're doing shadow work, journaling helps you release. When you're doing a self-evaluation, it helps you reflect. So what I recommend is being honest with yourself. Start writing down some of the things that you think you are. Or let me rephrase that. Start writing down some of the things you know you are, okay? And I'm going to give you an example about me. And I'll use me as an example. I am very loving. So I would write down, I'm a very loving person. I trust everybody. I'm very harmonious. I feel like I'm very grounded. I don't always have I don't always have a lot of patience with certain people. Okay. Something I gotta work on. I do get frustrated with some drivers that drive crazy. Gotta write that down. I can be selfish sometimes. Ooh, that's a big one. Whoa. Hold up. Some of us can be very selfish, right? Some of us can be selfish sometimes. When you write this down, and you're writing down all these things, good, bad, however you want to label it, just write down the characteristics of who you are. Write down who you are. Or you can write it. You don't have to necessarily write the words. You can actually just write. I think I am a person that's very, and then you can, however you want to journal it, I recommend journaling it, okay? And getting it out there. Then once you write it down, give it some space. Let it breathe a little bit. Let it breathe, okay? You just exerted all this energy writing down who you are, okay? Once that's done, let it breathe a little bit. And then maybe in a few hours, or maybe the next day, look at it, and now you can reflect, right? You don't want to reflect right away. You want to let it breathe. You want to, it's exited, it's on paper, it's not going anywhere. Let me close the book. Let me go to sleep. Let me wake up with a different mindset. Let me look at it. And now when I look at it, I'm going to come with the mindset of, okay, now when you go in to review it, right, you're going in to look at everything you wrote down, and now you're reflecting on it. Now is the time where you're saying, okay, so I like these qualities about me, but these other ones, I need to start changing, right? So if I'm putting out negative energy, as far as like, if I am angry when I'm behind the wheel, and I usually get, and this is not me, but I'm just as an example, oh man, I'm not happy when I'm driving because people really upset me. Like, I just don't like the way people drive, and that really bothers me. Well, that whole process of it bothering you and angering you and all that stuff, that's bringing up negative energy. So you're putting that out. So if you get mad at somebody, and look, time out, it's okay to be upset. It's normal. That's part of the human experience. But to a minimum, right? You want to control yourself. You don't want to go crazy and be pissed off all the time. That's not going to do you any good. It's going to hurt you, and it's not going to help you raise your vibration. So you want to reflect on the things that you like, and you're going to reflect on the things that you probably want to change. And understand that everything is energy based, right? So you want to make sure, if you get mad behind the wheel, break that down a little bit deeper and say, what can I do to change, right? Because I can't change the way people drive, but I have to change the way I respond when people don't drive the way that I want them to drive, or the way that I think they should drive, right? because we all have our opinions of people when they're driving, right? That's a good example. So how can you change that aspect of yourself? And that's something that only you can answer, right? But through spirituality, you have to understand that the whole goal of spirituality is to ascend, to raise to the highest vibration. And you cannot allow things to block you from doing that. Negative energy blocks you from ascending. Negative energy stops your vibration from raising. You're not gonna, I am a very, very spiritual, grounded, happy, multi-dimensional star being, okay? Very happy. But does that mean I don't get upset sometimes? Of course not. Of course I do, right? But it's how you react when you're upset, right? You're allowed to get angry. You're allowed to be upset, but then you have to tell yourself, wait a minute. Don't pop off at the mouth. Don't scream. Don't yell. Calm down. Like, have the anger there. Calm down. Let's work through this. Let's work through this on a calmer level, right? Because sometimes we just, la, 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 la. You don't want to do that. You want to calm yourself down and work on it from that point of view and say, okay, great. Now this is part of my life change, right? Because you're not going to decide, I'm going to make a change, and then the next day, everything's cool. Everything's changed now because you decided it. That's not how it works. Now, you can manifest it into reality by saying every morning, I am a better person. I'm going to be the best. I am the best version of myself. I'm going to love everybody equally. And it really starts with love, to be honest with you. It's everything, all the changes that you're going to have to go through to be happy is going to start with love, right? So if somebody drives and makes you upset and that's one of your issues, then say, you know what, at the end of the day, we are all connected. All of us are connected. So they're a knucklehead, right? They're a knucklehead. They shouldn't have done what they just did on the road, but you know what? We're all connected, so I love you. And keep it moving. And that's how you change. That's how you change some of the things that are negative that you're admitting, right? Because I emit a lot of positive energy, but if you get upset, you're not emitting that positivity at that moment. You're emitting something different. So you need to shut it down, come back to center, balance, forgive, I love you, and keep it moving. And that's a challenge for a lot of people. And so, but it's something that it's a sacrifice that you're going to have to make if you want to ascend to a higher vibration. And it's almost like I want to go to see a movie, right? I want to go see a movie, but I don't want to experience what it's like to be in the movie. I just want to eat the popcorn. Well, then what's the purpose of going to the movies if you're not going to experience the movie, right? What's the point of saying you're going to become spiritual, but you're not experiencing what it's like to be spiritual, right? Have you astral projected? Nope. Oh, you have? Awesome, man. But you haven't, right? Okay. You over there, you have it. Don't you want to astral project? It's going to change your life. Don't you want to open up and experience absolutely everything that spirituality has to offer? Or do you just want to sit down and eat the popcorn, right? Do you want to sit down and eat the popcorn, or do you want to experience things? If you want to experience and get the full effect, the cinematic effect of spirituality, you want the surround sound, you want the HD quality, the 4K quality, the 8K quality, you want the high definition, you want the sound, the experience, the emotions, the feelings, the excitement, everything, all in one, including the popcorn and soda. You want to experience it all. That's how you have to feel going into spirituality, if you want to experience it all. But what's the point of going into spirituality if you're just going in it just to say, yeah, I'm spiritual, but you're not really living that life? Then you're not really spiritual. Spirituality is a word, but it's also a lifestyle. If you say that you're going to become spiritual, but you don't do the things necessary to experience spirituality, it's just a word. It's not a lifestyle for you. Spirituality is a lifestyle for me, right? And I'm going to quote myself, because this is my own quote, right? I'm quoting myself when I say this, but I don't carry spirituality with me. okay? I don't carry spirituality with me. I wear spirituality. Say that again. I don't carry spirituality with me. I wear it. I don't carry it. I wear it. Let that sink in. Are you currently carrying spirituality? Are you carrying around the word, but not really in it? Or are you wearing it? Meaning you're head, neck deep into it. You're, are you buried in it? Are you wearing it like an armor? Are you wearing it like an armor? Or is it something you're just carrying around? If it's something you're carrying around, that's okay. You are right now where you need to be. You're there because you're supposed to be there right now. But do you want to stay there? Or do you want to experience what it's like to be spiritual? It's life-changing. When you experience the full effect of spirituality, you will live a longer life. You will live a happier, less stressful life. You will live a very organic, harmonious life. You will understand what it's truly like to be loved and to love. You will notice that without even asking, you will be financially secure. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Trust me. Trust me. But are you willing to put in the sacrifices to make the changes? To live the best life that you can be, the best version of yourself, to really get the full 3D effect of spirituality. I don't mean 3D on this planet. I mean 3D like it's in your face. Are you carrying around spirituality or are you wearing it? I am wearing it proudly. And I am a living example. I am a living example of what it's like to be spiritual. Everyone that knows me in my own personal life, I radiate spirituality. They know 100% what I'm about without even saying anything, right? Without even saying anything. Do you ever look at somebody and you're like, in real life, or maybe on camera, but do you ever look at somebody, you're like, man, whew, that energy is off the charts, man. Shit, that's some great energy. Or, wow, that person looks like they're glowing. Oh my God, like, woo. I want what they got. I want to glow like that. I want that energy, right? Do you ever, I know you've experienced that before, right? You've seen that or you felt that. Or somebody walks by and you're like, damn, did you feel that? Did you get the goosebumps? Like, oh my God, are they radiating this energy? Wow. That's where you need to be. That's where you can be. That's where you should strive to be. All of those things you can achieve. All of those things you can achieve. You can achieve it through making life changes, evaluating yourself and being honest with yourself and understanding that we're all connected and it's all about love. And the more you love and the less you hate and the more you bring happiness to other people and the less you expect back. Don't ever be a giver. If you're going to give something to expect something in return, don't even bother giving it. Don't give it. Only give when you expect nothing in return. That itself is a whole nother way to change your life. And be honest with yourself. Do you give sometimes with the intention of getting something in return or hoping to get something in return? If you do, that's not the way that's not the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to give. Sacrifice is giving without expecting anything in return. Nothing. Because what's going to happen when you do that is because you give, you're putting out that positive energy and the universe is going to reward you by giving it back to you, right? So you might say, well, I'm going to give this person this, but I'm kind of hoping this person gives me this in return. If you stop doing that, what's going to happen is you're going to give and then the universe is going to give it back to you, right? It's going to give what you give out. It's the energy you put out. Giving something to somebody, whether it's giving love or giving a gift, whenever you give something to somebody, you're bringing yourself happiness because you're making somebody else happy. You're also bringing out their happiness. So you are creating this beautiful energy. You're putting out energy. And again, like I said in the beginning, if you put out positivity, it's gonna come back. If you put out negativity, it's gonna come back. If you want to ascend, you gotta limit the amount. I will promise you, it's very hard to zero out negativity, all right? It's very hard to zero that out. You might not ever become zero, like a person that emits zero negative energy. That's almost impossible, okay? Not saying it's impossible, it's nearly impossible. That doesn't mean you can't strive to do that. I strive to do that every day, right? I strive to do that every day, to be the best version of myself, to be the least amount of, I'm not trying to be perfect, I'm just trying to be the best version of me. And I'm putting out great energy and it comes right back. When I give, the universe responds by giving back. So if you're giving negative energy, the universe is gonna smack you in your face with some negative energy. If you're giving out love, bringing joy to other people, you're self-sacrificing, you're doing the right things, the universe is gonna reward you. Even financially. You'll see, your life will completely change. My life has completely changed with spirituality. And I have zero regrets. I love myself more than I've ever loved myself in my life. And guess what? Because we're all connected, I love myself, which means I also love you, because we are one. We are all connected. And I do truly love each and every one of you. Sincerely love each and every one of you. I really do. I really do. No matter what feelings you have towards me, it doesn't matter to me. I love myself, and we're all connected. So no matter how you feel about me, I still love you. And that's bringing love and positivity and great karma and energy. You're putting that out, and the universe rewards you. Give it a try. Allow spirituality to change your life. But I don't carry it, I wear it. You gotta ask yourself that same question. Are you carrying it around as a word because it sounds cool? Or are you actually wearing it? I hope you guys have an energetic day. Thanks again for stopping by. More videos are coming. I love you guys. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.